Check, 1, 2, 3, 4. Am I loud? Am I clear? Is anybody out there? Ladies and gentlemen, the name's International Stacker. We're about to be live at 9 minutes and 35 seconds, covering the breaking gold and silver news, helping you read the tea leaves. What happened overnight? Are the bankers back? Are gold and silver going up? Are we going to 70? Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be breaking it all down in 9 minutes and 20 seconds, as well as talking about the 100 ounces of silver I'm giving away to you in the Mega Guy. So if you're feeling mega this morning, put mega in chat. Channel members, you know what emoji to drop. Smash the like button. Share the stream. We're going to be live here in 9 minutes. I'm finishing the tweet right now. I'm finishing right now.
Room scale on the desk, counting every ounce I've kept. Airplane windows, dawn and dusk, dreaming about the next big chest. Desert markets, ocean ports, whispers in a hidden court, map lines, red ink, folded corners, X mark secrets in the borders. I'm a golden and silver stacker on the run. Circle the globe till the treasure's done. You should subscribe. Join the crustacean nation. Yeah, free silver, free gold for the whole foundation. Golden silver stacker never alone.
Thank you, Real Bill, for the jewels.
Every dream turning into stone. You should subscribe. Join the crustacean nation. Free silver and gold for all.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to be live in just 7 minutes and 55 seconds, helping you read the tea leaves. What the heck is going on with gold and silver and those slippery little salamanders? We're about to break it all down, ladies and gentlemen. I got breaking news. We're going to watch the COMEX open up. We're going to watch Shanghai. We're going to watch the stock market, ladies and gentlemen.
Shipwreck in a coastal town, rusty safe getting dragged out now. Ancient coins in a dusty tray, shine 'em up, watch the years fall away. Border trains through the midnight haze, customs line keep the
Thank you,
nerves
Oli
in
Stacker, for the
place.
jewels.
Secret pockets sewn inside my coat, every bar another little vote.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to be live in just 7 minutes and 15 seconds, covering the breaking gold and silver news. Boy, oh boy, what a wild ride we are on, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Dropping Mike, for those jewels. We're on an adventure, ladies and gentlemen. We're on a voyage. We know the destination. The route is unclear.
Tokyo nights.
The road's gonna be long, dark, and full of terrors, but those with the intestinal fortitude to see the way through, I believe, are gonna be dancing with me in the streets. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, stackers of all ages, this is our mission. One dime at a time builds a tower. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not a financial advisor and just some dude on the internet, but I'm still stacking. The question is, are you? Are you still stacking? Put still stacking in chat right now. Smash the like button, show the stream. Ladies and gentlemen, it's about to go down in 6 minutes and 10 seconds here. Thank you, Eternal, for becoming a craft cadet. Okay, I was behind. I just got the tweet done. If you're on X, formerly known as Twitter, if you could go like and retweet the post I just put out for this live stream, I would appreciate it. I just put it out right now. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's about to go down. This is your 5-minute warning. Please smash the like button. Please share the stream. We're about to be covering all the breaking gold and silver news here.
Stacks of silver, stacks of gold.
And dropping the mic says the destination is Scrooge McDuck size stack. Oh, keep those hidden gems in the videos. They are funny. Thank you. I will. Guys, is that what we should do? We should pool all of our 90% dinings together, fill a swimming pool, and then everyone can come and try to swim in it like Scrooge McDuck. I wish you actually could. That would be fun. 4 minutes and 30 seconds here.
To find treasure hunting, one of a kind. Join the crew.
Oh, I was saying I was behind on X. I did not have the post up for the stream. I was behind. I just literally got it up now. So if you could go like and retweet that, I would appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're only 33 likes away from 100 here. We're going to be 4 minutes away from being live, covering the breaking gold and silver news, helping y'all read the tea leaves. We're going to watch the markets open up here together.
Maps and clues, giveaways tonight.
Yes.
Silver dream shining bright.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are raging towards 70,000 subscribers. Wow.
Treasure calls, we're in a dance. Silver shines, gold's the glow. Stack it high.
Let's go.
Give
Yes.
away for all. Feel the thrill. International.
Who's ready?
So hit that slow. Join the quest. Riches await. You're the best international stacker. Stacking strong. Silver, gold, where you belong.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to be live here in 3 minutes and 10 seconds, covering the breaking gold and silver news, helping you read the tea leaves. If you're ready, put I'm ready in chat. This is your 3-minute warning, ladies and gentlemen.
So hit that sub, join the quest, riches away.
John says, no, I was trying to say I can't hear you.
International stacker,
Oh, is
stacking strong, silver, gold, where you belong.
my vocals should be louder once we get going. I pumped this music on purpose.
Chasing that mill.
Once we're live, let me know if it's too low.
Chasing that mill.
Who's ready?
Moving side to side, ocean waves where dreams collide. Claws are up, the beat we chase, treasure gleaming, golden space.
Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen?
Don't delay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Join the party
Okay.
night and day.
Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that better?
Dance with me.
Ladies and gentlemen, is that better on the levels for the vocals? We're about to be live in just 1 minute and 45 seconds. Are you ready? Let's get a crab dance going. Drop a crab in chat if you're ready. C-R-A-B, not a C-R-A-P, for the love of God. Thank you, FGK, for that bobbing cat. Okay, let's go. Now let me know if I turned it too high, guys. Let me know if I'm peaking, okay? Once we get going, let me know if I peak. Here we go. Get your claws up. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to be live in just 1 minute. This is your 1 minute warning. What do you guys want? Do you want to migrate this morning? I think it's been a while since we migrated. I think we need to migrate. Thank you, Real Bill, for the gold. No, not the golden poop. Ah. I think we need to migrate. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Buckle up. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Your claws up in the sky, international
Yes.
stacker. He's our guy.
Let's go.
And silver is the key. Crustacean nation, dance with me.
Let's go. Let's get it.
Dance with me. Dance with me.
Ooh, David in chat says he needs soup, guys. David needs soup.
Dance with me.
All right, we're going to migrate this morning.
Dance with me.
Each year, the Stacker Crab makes a pilgrimage to the International Stacker YouTube channel. Here we have a typical Stacker Crab. While typical crabs will eat shells and food of such, these crabs only feast on silver.
One stacker on a journey
To find
silver.
International Stacker.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? The name is International Stacker, coming to you live from Key West, Florida, where I'm closer to Cuba than a Walmart. I just recently broke 2,500 videos, ladies and gentlemen, over my 10 years here on YouTube. What a wild journey. And when I say journey, we've got videos all around the world on gold and silver adventures. But the last two videos I put out, you got to check, okay? And we got Bullion Brent in chat saying, run those likes up, guys. Keep smashing that like button. I'm about to cover what happened overnight with gold and silver. But first, this video that came out Saturday with the Hero Bullion CEO Jake Haugen at a coin show, he beat the dealers. Go check that video out. That's a good one. But right here, my mega giveaway in mods, you know what command to put in chat? I'm giving away over 100 ounces of silver, 169 ounces of copper, and some gold in my mega GA. This is the entry video. They're putting the link in the chat right now. Now, here's the live stream. It is already up, ladies and gentlemen. So once you enter the mega GA, and guys, watch this video all the way through. The majority of people are only making it like 3 minutes in. And they're missing the hidden password I put in there that gives you an advantage in the mega GA. So for the love of God, watch the video all the way through, get that benefit, but also understand how it's all working, ladies and gentlemen. And once you do that, make sure you come over here to the live stream. It's 40 days from now. But click notify me and click like. Every mega GA, someone messages me and says, I slept through it. I missed it. Ladies and gentlemen, don't be that person. You've got to enter the mega GA, and I'm pinning that link in chat right now. The mega GA is open. And guess what? All you got to do is be subscribed and enjoy the party. So there's the video there. Go watch that after the stream, of course. Now let's look at silver overnight, ladies and gentlemen. With 400 of you on here on the stream, thank you so much. We're only 30 likes away from 150. I know we could do it. Keep smashing that like button. The next 30 people that do it are going to be having good luck on the mega GA.
It's science.
Okay. So silver overnight, remember so first off, remember, the market, the COMEX runs 23 hours a day, okay? From 5 to 6 p.m. it closes, and 6 p.m. is when the news session starts. So last night at 6 p.m. we did gap up on silver, and then we went down here, nearly a double DTB, and we hit a low overnight of 63, actually it's a little lower than that. I call it 62.99. We hit a high overnight of 47. That's right, well above that 64 level, ladies and gentlemen. We're currently on a red candle at 64.06, so we're back above that 64. That means silver is 0.79% up on the trading 0.79%, so nearly a percent, ladies and gentlemen. And it looks like we're coiling to make another run here. Like, look at this trend. You see this trend? Do you see it? Can you see the trend? So let's see what continues to happen here as the markets wake up and move. Now remember, we're just right now at 8 a.m. Eastern to 8:30. That's when we really see the volume down here pick up as New York takes over the trading session. Although COMEX is already trading, it really increases. Now, back here at 8:15 to 8:30 a.m. Eastern, that is colloquially known as the danger zone. And we will be back for that. That's when those slippery little salamanders, the bankers, like to come in and terrorize us. But something tells me, we might be like Twisted Sister this morning and say, we're not going to take it. So we'll be back here at that time. Now, let's go to gold. A little bit of a different story here. We did gap down with gold, but no matter if we gapped up or down, ladies and gentlemen, we filled that gap.
Fill that gap, turn the candle green. Close that gap, stack silver with me. We fill that gap, turn the candle green. Close that gap, stack silver with me.
Now with gold, ladies and gentlemen, we did hit a low overnight of $4,313.55. We did had a high of $4,362.16. Currently on a red candle here, we're just under that 50 and 200 simple moving average. Gold on the trading session is down 0.19. So while silver's up 0.78, Gold is down 1.9, and silver did retake that 200 simple moving average and is fighting to go above that 50. Let's take a look at this gold to silver ratio. Thank you so much, Real Bill, for those jewels. We are going down, like Flow Rider, down, 67.65 ounces of silver for every ounce of gold. And right here, ladies and gentlemen, the big La Bamba, the Shanghai Futures Exchange, when it opened back up last night, it did gap up as we had predicted. It hit a low of 71.67. It hit a high here of about 72.59, we'll call it. And this right here, some call it the Big La Bamba, is opening back here in just 57 and a half minutes later, or 40 seconds really. Ladies and gentlemen, 57 minutes and 40 seconds. Where are you going to be when the Big La Bamba opens? Okay, we're going to go here to the breaking gold and silver news. Real quick, let's see what you guys are saying. We got Chris Shimmick saying, is live, come have some fun, thank you. Michelle, thank you. Lewis, thank you for putting out the stream. Blue Shadow, thank you for putting out the stream. Blue Shadow, thank you for putting out this day in sound money history. Okay, let's go to the breaking gold and silver news here. And guys, make sure you follow me on X, previously known as Twitter, INTL Stacker. International would not fit. And we broke 10,000 followers. Thank you so much. What a journey it's been. The first piece of breaking news. And if you guys like this, you guys like these streams, please smash the like button. Please share the stream. We're so close to 200 likes. And again, if you're just joining, I have the link pinned in chat. I'm giving away 100 ounces of silver in the Mega Gun. Let's check real quick. So let me refresh this. This was this morning. So far in the Mega giveaway, we've had 7,697 entries. Ladies and gentlemen, enter the Mega Gun. What if the AI bubble doesn't need to pop to break? Oh, the shipping target. Thank you. Thank you. Dropping the mic after this news story right here. I will break that down. Thank you. Okay. What if the AI bubble doesn't need to pop to break? According to the Jay Martin Show, OpenAI has just raised 122 billion with a B at 852 billion evaluation. But, ladies and gentlemen, it's never turned a profit. Meanwhile, Microsoft, Oracle, Google, Amazon report roughly a 2.1 trillion in contracted backlog. Analysts cited in the video that OpenAI and Anthropic pretty much account for nearly half of that backlog. But here's the fascinating argument. AI doesn't have to fail. Growth may just have to slow down. Let's think back to the housing crisis in 2006. Home prices were still at record highs, but they stopped rising fast enough. Risky mortgages dependent on refinancing began breaking before home prices actually crashed later in 2008. Now look at AI. Rising valuations support massive capital rises. New capital helps fund enormous computing commitments. Those commitments help fuel big tech's massive data center build-out. The question is, what happens if the growth simply stops accelerating? That's where stackers should pay attention. When the confidence in financial promises gets shaken, counterparty risk suddenly matters. Physical gold and silver don't need earnings reports, funding rounds, refinancing, someone else's promises. This doesn't predict if or when something breaks. It highlights why hard assets matter when leverage and financial promises get extreme. Now, why am I covering AI and this is a gold and silver channel? It's very relevant. First off, if that market actually does break, people are calling it an AI bubble. They're saying it's going to pop. But this analysis argues that it doesn't have to pop. It just has to slow down to, like, air quote, cause market turmoil. So if there's market turmoil, two things happen. We could see capital rotation into gold and silver. But then also, too, we could see a hit on the industrial demand. So we're going to have to watch both sides of that, ladies and gentlemen, to see what's really going down. Now, I'm going to officially... I'm going to ask, who wants... Oh, we have... Someone did become a member, so we've officially opened the soup kitchen.
We've got hungry crustaceans.
Now, in the bounty for whoever gets Kaltenberg soup, Kaltenberg is the new non-super. This is something we do here on this channel. You're a bounty hunter. This is not a giveaway, it's a bounty. But thanks to Rocky Superstar, you're going to get this little tiny gold and silver bar. You're going to get a bunch of 90% and 40% silver. Let me just plop that all in there. But the two most critical things in the bounty is this one of one, the first Reckless Metals piece ever made for me. It is a prototype 000, one of one, a early design that's in there. And also, ladies and gentlemen, A diamond claw is in there as well. That's over an ounce of silver. So who is going to get Kaltenberg soup? Okay. Let's go here to the next piece of breaking news. Gold and silver could face a huge week, ladies and gentlemen. Here's what could move the prices. Gold and silver weekly watchouts. Now, today is the slow day. Monday's the slow day. But Tuesday, we're going to be watching existing home sales, 3-year treasury auction. And these are watchout situations that can make gold and silver move. Wednesday's CPI. Thursday is and also EIA petroleum report and 10-year treasury auction. Thursday's PPI, initial jobless claims, 30-year auction. Friday, we're going to be watching July retail sales, U of M consumer sentiment, and CFTC gold and silver positioning. I'm going to be reporting on this all week. So on Tuesday, I'll report what happened. Wednesday, I'll report what happened. But what does all this mean? If this looks like a bunch of weird stuff to you, just go to my website, internationalstacker.com. Not only can you check out the gold, silver, copper, platinum, palladium, gold to silver ratio prices any time of the day and manipulate the charts, you can see what markets around the world are open. You could check out my myriad of resources for you guys here and learn the tricks that's taken me years to learn. But go here to news and blog. The very last post out right here. The weekly watchout situations. I break down in this. It is long, but it's only about a 15-minute read, but it is long. But I break down what everything means, what it is, what is a 3-year treasury auction note, and why is it important to gold and silver, and what has to happen for it to be bullish or bearish. So do go check that out, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know more, if you want to learn more. My job on this channel is not just to give you fish, but to teach you how to fish. And of course, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just some dude on the internet with crabs. But ladies and gentlemen, Josh Fair, the CEO of Scottsdale Silver, says we're still in the early days. So here he goes. Early days. Still based on the metal's journey ahead, we're just potentially leaving the summer doldrums as people realize the debt and spending issues facing our nation. For 2 months, I have been struggling. I have been suggesting that major players have been quietly accumulating, and they have. They aren't just turning off those auto programs, ladies and gentlemen. They are still stacking. You heard it right there. He is an industry insider, Josh Fair. Now, we've got another industry insider who's going to be on the channel again and not the too distant future, ladies and gentlemen. A big shout out to Jake Haugen from HeroBullion.com. He's going to be back on the channel soon. He is the CEO. We do a little segment called Behind the Stack. So he gives us the secret insider information. He's going to be on the channel again soon. So if you want Jake, CEO Jake on, put Jake in chat right now. But ladies and gentlemen, he's got a starter pack on his website, 5 ounces of silver at spot, shipped to you for free. He loses money on this, by the way. It comes in a nice little orange little satchel shipped to you. It's $20.10. Don't sleep on it. And while you're here, check out their deals. They got silver at and below spot. They've got gold on sale. They've got all kinds of stuff. So check them out, ladies and gentlemen. HeroBullion.com, proud sponsor of the channel, and thank you so much to Hero. Now we're about to break down some more breaking news. I've got the proof. I've got the smoking gun about price floors. I've got some articles here to read the tea leaves, so we're going to do that in a second. But first, the Mega Ga is going to be expensive, ladies and gentlemen, for me, not you. For you, it's free. Here it is right here. But for me, I'm giving away over 100 ounces of silver, 169 ounces of copper, and some gold. The link is pinned in chat. If a moderator could put the link to this video in chat right now again. All you got to do, guys, is enter and enjoy the ride. And so far, we have 7,726 entries. It's going to be amazing. Now, shipping is going to be expensive, so the High Soup Council, the Crustacean Nation members, decided that randomly we will do Super Chat goals. So I'm setting a goal right now to help with shipping. Shipping for the Mega Ga. So if you feel so inclined, you can help us meet this goal. 5 Super Chats in 30 minutes. Let's see if we could do it. As silver is pushing higher, ladies and gentlemen, on a green candle, 64.12. Gold is on a red candle. What's going to happen? We're going to be breaking it down shortly, but look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. America wants more critical minerals, but there's one problem. You can spend billions of dollars building new mines and processing plants, but who's going to run them, ladies and gentlemen? iPoop7Colors says, I can't log in the Mega Ga. Email me, iPoopColors. If you guys are having problems with the Gleam and the Mega Ga, just email me. I've helped fix a bunch of people. Just email me, internationalstacker@gmail.com, and I'll help you out. Thank you, Dropping the Mic, for that super chat. Thank you, Jeff Stout, for that super chat. Okay. And look at that. Emerald Coast saying over 600 listening. Smash that like button. Thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat, 603. Thank you, Barbara, for the super chat. Okay. Wow. Thank you so much, Jim Reeves, for the super chat. Okay, here we go. So you could spend billions building new mines and processing plants, but who's going to run them? Thank you, Keith and Jim Reeves. Thank you. But who's going to run them, ladies and gentlemen? The U.S. Department of Energy just announced a prospect program offering $100 million to rebuild America's critical minerals workforce. And the numbers explain. U.S. mining program enrollment has reportedly fallen 45% since 2015. America needs roughly 6,000 new mining engineers over the next decade. Department of Energy wants to double the number of graduates entering the mining, minerals, and related supply chain fields within just 2 years, ladies and gentlemen. This isn't just about rare earths. Silver is now on the critical minerals list. Thank you, Commander Mike D, for that super chat. If America is serious about producing more of its strategic minerals, it doesn't just need new mines, new processing facilities, billions in investment. It needs people who actually know how to find, mine, process, and refine these materials. And look at the bigger picture, ladies and gentlemen. Critical mineral investments, domestic mining push, potential mineral price floors, and now $100 million aimed at rebuilding the workforce. The U.S. critical mineral strategy is starting to look a lot bigger than just opening a few new mines. Here's the actual official write-up here from the DOE. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've got kids, if you got friends or families that are trying to figure out what to do, there might be some huge opportunities with the implementation of this program. So I would definitely research that and see if there's any way they could benefit from that. Here's the next one. Did everyone miss this? Did everyone miss this during, oh guys, and we hit the goal. Thank you so much. Wow. We hit that goal quick. Thank you so much, everybody. Did everyone miss this during President Trump's Critical Minerals Roundtable? On the same day, President Trump met with mining executives to discuss rebuilding America's critical mineral supply chain. USTR quietly released a very interesting statement. And guys, I did live stream this live. That was fun. Buried in Ambassador Jameson Greer's comments, this announcement is a step forward towards establishing a broader adjusted price floors. Price floors! The proposed agreement on trade critical minerals aims to establish mineral-specific price floors, phased in over time, adjusted at the border, coordinated with allied trading partners. Why? The U.S. argues this non-market practices have distorted critical minerals pricing, making it harder for domestic and allied producers to compete to justify long-term. Remember, a trick that 603 says you should have said 20 super chats. We're just keeping it simple. We're just keeping it to 5, but thank you, 603. But ladies and gentlemen, why are they talking about price floors? Oh, hold up. I'll come back to this. We're about to enter the danger zone. Thank you, Real Bill, for the jewels, and thank you, William, for that super chat. You are mega. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the danger zone. That's from 8:15 a.m. Eastern to 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is traditionally when the bankers, those slippery little salamanders, try to smash the price of gold and silver down. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm going in!
Smith, a fallen hard with one arm. Wow. Oh my God! Oh no, he's not. Major choke slam.
Wow. So we're gonna watch this here, but let me go back to that story. And Future Motive says reset, do another goal. Okay, we'll do another one. Future Motive just demanded it. All right, there it is. Okay, here we go. So, what has traditionally happened in the past with China? There would be like a big deal, let's say aluminum. And two companies make a deal. They're going to spend like $1 billion on aluminum processing and mining and blah, blah, blah. So then what would happen? China would just flood the market with very cheap aluminum. So then it would make it not worth it for those companies to do that business deal. And then that business deal would fall apart, ladies and gentlemen. That's what would happen. So by doing price floors, you make it profitable for a company to open a refinery, to open a smelter, to do these different aspects, ladies and gentlemen. It's got to be profitable for these companies to carry through with it. So that's the whole point here. Important clarification. There was no mention of silver in this document. It mentioned gallium, germanium, tungsten, antimony, and NdPr. But the bigger development here is clear. The Trump administration is actively exploring price floor mechanisms for strategically important minerals. And remember, late last year, silver was placed on the critical minerals list, ladies and gentlemen. Read the tea leaves. This does not mean silver price floor is coming, but it does mean government-supported price floors for critical minerals are now part of the official U.S. trade policy discussions. Stackers should be watching this, and I'm going to continue to cover this. And guys, don't forget this. Greer himself, where's his name? Is it James Greer? Well, let's just click this. Ambassador Greer himself, Jameson Greer, that's it. He has also in the past said that allied nations, allies of the United States, need to be willing to pay a Homeland Security dividend. Homeland Security dividend. And thank you, Future Motive, for that super chat. So, ladies and gentlemen, a lot's happening. Price floors, agreements, action plans. Now they're financing schools for critical minerals. What's next? I'm going to find it, and I'm going to share it with you guys. Here's the next piece of news here. She signed for a package that wasn't hers, ladies and gentlemen, and inside was $43,000 in gold and silver. This is a crazy reminder for anyone who has precious metals shipped to your house, and thank you, Jolene, for those jewels. According to police, a 25-year-old Canadian woman allegedly signed for a FedEx package delivered in Pennsylvania that wasn't hers. What was inside? More than $43,000 in physical gold and silver. Police say she allegedly took the package, drove away in a rental car, returned the vehicle to Philadelphia International Airport, then flew to Arizona. But the story, ladies and gentlemen, doesn't end there. Months later, authorities arrested her at Niagara Falls, where she was attempting to cross the border back into Canada. And rumor has it, wait, do I have any Canadians in chat? Let me see. Who do I? Future Motive, are you Canadian? No. Who's Canadian in chat? Rumor has it she was trying to take it to a Canadian stacker. But evidently now, ladies and gentlemen, she faces a felony theft charge and forgery charges. Stackers, and see, so she signed for a package that wasn't hers, which is forgery. Stackers, thank you for the jewels. Who was that? Neo or Known? Thank you, Known, for the jewels. Stackers, this is your reminder. When you're having thousands or tens of thousands of dollars in precious metals delivered, delivery security matters. Track expensive shipments closely, ladies and gentlemen. Use signature required delivery when available. Consider pickup or holding at secure locations. And don't let valuables sit unattended. Make sure you're home if you're having an order that big come in. Physical gold and silver eliminate certain forms of counterparty risk. But once you take physical possession, security becomes your responsibility. There she is right there, ladies and gentlemen. A slippery little salamander from Quebec. Look at it. Here's the next piece of news here. Another day, another fiat currency is getting destroyed, ladies and gentlemen. And remember, why do we stack? Oh, look at this big, beautiful bounty. I guess no one wants it. I don't know. Why do we stack physical gold and silver, ladies and gentlemen? Because this stuff right here has zero counterparty risk. Okay? This can't be printed into oblivion. It can't, if every mining company goes to zero, it's still 100 ounces of silver in my hand. And why do we stack physical gold and silver? It's because the big bankers all throughout history, ladies and gentlemen, have told us to stack this stuff. Physical paper. Physical paper. And when physical paper, fiat currencies are not backed by silver and gold, they 100% of the time, every time, have eventually gone to zero. And it's happened in Lebanon. It's happened in Venezuela. It's even happened in Vietnam as I plop down this big old fat stack of Vietnam dong. And I want to remind you, it got so bad in Zimbabwe, they went from $1 million notes to $1 billion notes and $1 trillion notes. And this one coin here from Venezuela from 1936, is it? This is worth all the more of that paper fiat currency. This one little silver coin held its value and gained value while all this went to zero. You literally had people in Venezuela, people in Zimbabwe, people in Lebanon that put all their hard blood, sweat, tears in this stuff, and it literally collapsed. Collapsed, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Jeff Stout, for those gifted memberships. That went to Bob It went to Hermit. It went to Scott and Trooper. Congratulations. Check out your next new custom channel member emojis. And channel members, we will be doing a channel member only live stream at the end of this war room, or at the end of this live stream called the War Room. What happens in the War Room stays in the War Room. Clothing is not optional. You must be fully clothed. Okay. Thank you, FAA, for the jewels. Another day, another fiat currency getting destroyed. Exactly what we just spoke about. The Turkish lira is now worth roughly 2 cents against the US dollar. 49 lira to 1. Years of high inflation and currency depreciation have hammered its purchasing power. What used to buy something real now buys almost nothing, ladies and gentlemen. People online are joking that the lira is worth less than toilet paper, and maybe it is. I mean, Charmin's kind of expensive. And especially with this little lettuce hysteria we've got going on in the nation, the explosive diarrhea. Maybe toilet paper cost is going up. I don't know. That may be a meme, but the destruction of value is very real. This is the same pattern we've seen over and over. Confidence erodes. That was supposed to be on the other line. Printing accelerates. Purchasing power collapses. The currency becomes a punchline. But that could never happen in the United States, could it, ladies and gentlemen? Well, measured against gold, the U.S. dollar has lost roughly 99.5% of its purchasing power since 1913.
How dare you?
I am never going to financially recover from this.
How dirty is that, ladies and gentlemen? Paper currencies can be created with a keystroke. Gold and silver cannot. History keeps reminding us fiat currencies fill, precious metals endure. Ladies and gentlemen, totally disgusting. That is not a pun on the lettuce. Okay, here we go. We're just getting started, ladies and gentlemen. Another post here from Josh Fair, the CEO of Scottsdale Silver. The U.S. government is investing billions into metals and minerals complex. The most recent news is simply the latest round. More is coming. More is coming, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Future Motive, for that super chat. We're now just 3 super chats away from the new goal that Future Motive demanded. Okay, here we go. Next piece of news here. Is China flashing another bullish signal for gold, ladies and gentlemen? Shanghai's August 7th data showed that the top 20 long positions were 132,000 contracts. The top 20 were only 38,000 contracts. That's roughly 3.5 times more concentrated positions on the long side. Now, guys, that does not mean there's 3.5 longs for every short. Remember, in futures contracts, every contract has a short side and long side. Okay, keep that in mind. But it does show just how heavily the largest reported positions are concentrated towards the long side on gold. Here it is right now if you read Chinese, ladies and gentlemen, and that is from Oriental Ghost. He's a great resource on the ground there in China. Okay, let's go back down here. And thank you, Future Motive, or Ben Bateman, thank you for the super chat. And Future is Mega, thank you, Mike D. And guys, Mike D is the commander of the 160th Battle Crab Soar. He's looking for a few good crabs with diamond claws. Now, the last piece of news this morning. 165 years ago today. Thank you, Silver Squirt, for that super chat. I appreciate it. 165 years ago today, America's first greenbacks were redeemable for real gold and silver coin. This day in sound money history, ladies and gentlemen, August the 10th. Man, time is flying. In 1861, as the Civil War raged, the U.S. government issued its first widely circulating federal paper currency, the demand notes. $5, $10, and $20 notes carried a powerful promise. The United States promises to pay the bearer on demand. That promise meant that the notes were redeemable in gold and silver coin at Treasury offices, not at banks. Remember, later in like the 1970s, 60s, and 70s, well, up to 71 when Nixon took us off of it, you could literally take those into a bank. You could take them into a bank. But back then, it was taken into a Treasury office. Real money, hard money. Their distinctive greenbacks earned the nickname that stuck forever, the greenbacks. But, ladies and gentlemen, that system was already shifting. These early demand notes still held a direct link to physical coin. By 1862, just a year later, the Legal Tender Act changed the game. Congress authorized $150 million in U.S. notes. These new notes were not convertible into gold and silver. Why? Because you can't deficit spend. And why was that happening? Because we were in the American Civil War from 1861 to 1865. So that is when, temporarily, the convertibility was suspended. Now, there's one thing I wanted to point out that a lot of you did not know. So real quick, I wanted to bring up from yesterday. How many of you guys, let me know in chat. Let me get a raise. Oh my goodness, Silver Squirt. And we achieved the goal. Thank you so much, Silver Squirt, for that $50 super chat. Oh my goodness, you are mega. Thank you so much. Wow. So how many of you guys, let me get a show of hands or claws. How many of you knew that the government, you guys, I'm sure you knew they confiscated gold. How many of you knew that they demanded all the silver to be turned in as well? Well, this was yesterday, but I wanted to hit this because I know a lot of you don't know it. 92 years ago, yesterday, FDR ordered Americans to turn over most of the privately held silver bullion. That was August 9th, 1934. The president issued this executive order requiring the delivery of all silver to the United States for coinage, including from everyday Americans. The order required most qualifying silver bullion held in the continental United States to be delivered to the U.S. mints within 90 days. U.S. and foreign silver coins, though, were specifically exempted. That same day, Roosevelt also directed the mints to receive silver for coinage or addition to America's monetary stocks. So I don't know if a lot of you knew that, but there has been a silver, I guess you could call it confiscation, kind of a confiscation before as well. So we are here, just 2 minutes left in this danger zone, ladies and gentlemen, and as expected, we are getting the slam down here, but what's going to happen after this? That is the question. That is the question. And I really wanted to shout out some people. Hold up. So first off, Eternal Revenue, thank you for becoming a channel member. Shout out to Dropping the Mic, Jeff Stout, 603, Barbara, Jim Reeves, Keith, Mike D, William, Future Motive, Ben Bateman, Silver Squirt, for all the super chats, all the support, the membership. You guys are mega. Thank you so much. And guys, if you're not a member, I think it's worth it. Members, is it worth it being a member besides getting cool custom channel member emojis, besides supporting the channel, besides the top 2 levels get discounts on Mrs. International Stacker and other channel gear here if you go to internationalstacker.com. We got some pretty cool gear here. You get coupon codes, by the way. The top 2 levels get coupons to get discounts. But you get access to the channel member only live stream in the War Room. What happens in the War Room stays in the War Room. Closing is not optional. In the War Room, we've watched a volcano erupt. We've been in a party in Disney. We've done crazy things together. And ladies and gentlemen, silver's starting to push higher. Let's give it a little help here.
Try to do the baby gator noise. Here we go. How do you do the baby gator noise? Yeah. I don't know. Whoa, whoa, what was that? It was a giant lizard just jumped. That thing was massive. I thought I actually summoned an alligator for a second there.
Now, some scientists say that 90% of the time, every time we do that, it could turn a red candle green or a green candle into a BGC.
I am never going to financially recover.
Whoops, wrong one.
It's science.
That's what I meant to hit. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is my full-time job, so thank you so much. Every super chat, every membership, gifted membership, and jewels help so much. It enables me to spend all day, every day in the catacombs of the internet searching for you guys. And guys, I literally, I spend hours and hours every day doing this. The last 2 weeks, I've worked nearly every day just because the Mega Guy and other things, but I do take some time off for the family. I don't want to be a dad that's never there, so I do take time off. But lately, we've been working hard. So anytime you guys donate anything, I do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. It enables me to do that. But guess what? You can support the channel without spending a single dime. You could simply smash the like button. We're only 14 likes away from 300. The next 14 people to smash like are going to get good luck for 14 months.
It's science.
Wow. 800 people on the stream. Thank you so much, everybody. Let's get an update here. Let's see. In the Mega Guy, 7,802 entries now. If you're not entered into the Mega Guy, ladies and gentlemen, you need to be. The link is in chat right now. The link is also pinned in chat right now. Don't sleep on them. I'm giving away 100 ounces of silver, 169 ounces of copper, and some gold. Watch that video as silver is pushing higher and we are out of the danger zone. Vivid Reality says, I'm convinced you work overtime and double time each week to keep us. Yeah, I do. But thank you, Vivid Reality. I do appreciate you. AG Astronaut saying, the battle was long and hard like my shell, but my claws have finally defeated the impeccable Sublime Mad Dog as I bested him in a duel. Congratulations, AG Astronaut. He beat Sublime Mad Dog, who is the top clawionaire in chat, in a duel. And there's Kaltenberg in chat, guys. Kaltenberg needs soup. And we're 14 memberships away from triggering the next No Soup for Cal song. Cal is here. He needs soup. The question is, will he get it? And will you claim that big, a beautiful bounty? Wow. Thank you, none of your business. None of your beeswax. Thank you for the jewels. Let's see here. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. So the DXY closed at 0.13% up. Let's check the Dow futures. Remember, the Shanghai Futures Exchange is going to be opening up here short, 18 minutes? The Dow's down 41. Oil is all up a little bit in the high 70s to low 80s. Yields are slightly up, so we're going to see what happens here. Oh my goodness! Joe! Get your bowls up in the sky if you're hungry, crustacean. Soup is falling. Soup is a gifted membership. And Joe's making it rain. Did Kaltenberg get soup? I'm looking. Kaltenberg, get your bowl up in the sky. Kaltenberg, get your bowl up in the sky. Did Kaltenberg get soup? We're watching. Did you just win the bounty? Let's see here. Did he win the big, beautiful bounty? Kaltenberg, did you get soup? There's Anita Moore in chat. She wants soup. No soup for Cal!
Sir, I want some more.
No soup for John.
Taste the soup.
We tried. No soup for John.
Good soup.
No soup for John.
No soup for you.
No soup for John. It's all
Aha.
Now, guys, if you remember, Donna Sim was on the soup pedestal. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much, Joe. You're amazing. All 50 of you are going to get access to the war room now. We're going to go to that at the end of the stream. But if you guys remember, Donna Sim was on the soup pedestal, but she couldn't take the pressure. She said, I need soup and I need it now. So she bought her own membership. So I kept her in the video. I didn't put her because the first part of the video, those are all crustaceans who are on the soup pedestal and actually got it. But at the very end of the video, if you watch it, next time I play it, she pops her head up at the very end of the video. It's pretty funny. And SGT Stacking in chat, thank you for the super chat saying, my life has changed once I become a crustacean. For starters, I grew diamond claws, able to protect my silver stack much better. But most importantly, I'm no longer a vitamin C deficient. Well, thank you, SGT. So glad you're a crustacean. Guys, check him out. Not only has SGT Stacking, he's poured a lot of stuff for this channel. He made these diamond claws, which in the mega giveaway, I'm giving away 12 of these bags, but 10 main ones. The other 2 are secrets. But each one of those has a diamond claw. The top 3 have diamond claws. But SGT Stacking also made this. SGT Stacking also made Thor's hammer. And he also made these corks. This is an exact replica of the cork that we popped when silver hit $100 an ounce the first time. But this is the error. And I'm going to be auctioning this off at 6.3 troy ounces. This is the 1 mint error cork coin. Some would say it's priceless. He had to figure out how to stamp them because this one shrunk and become stubby. So we're going to be auctioning this off. And whoever got one of these corks did come with a golden ticket, which gave a slight, gave a little bonus in the mega giveaway. My way of saying thanks for supporting the channel. But I need to auction that off, and should I auction that off before the Mega Goss, so whoever wins it gets that golden ticket? I don't know. Let me know. Wow. Let's see here. Guys, you're not going to believe it. You're not going to believe it. We are literally, what would that be? 70? 69. We are 69 subscribers away from 69,700 on our march to 70,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. So subscribe. Some say if you haven't seen a big show, you haven't lived. That will trigger the big show. But ladies and gentlemen, you will also be able to enter the Megaga. So click the link pinned in the chat. If I get a mod to put exclamation Megaga in chat to get you guys that link. And then once you get that link, you're also going to want to bookmark the live stream. So someone could also do exclamation point a mod, exclamation point Mega Live. Make sure you come to this live stream here and make sure you click notify me. Don't be the person that misses it, and like it. It's coming like a freight train, ladies and gentlemen. Who's going to win the Megaga? Alan J. Pratt says, we have a Navy, Air Force, Army. I think we should have our first special forces as the world's deadliest force. The SAS was created by a Scotsman. Then the 101st should be our special forces. Whoa, Alan J. Pratt. We'll have to think about that. Oh my goodness. These, we're getting some craziness. I did hear word on the street, Alan, that maybe the Chaps Brigade is part of our clandestine service. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Bullion Brent, thank you for gifting that membership. Wow. Chris. It went to Chris. Chris, check out your new custom channel member emojis. I'll see you in the war room here in a little bit. And guys and gals, we are just right here, the Shanghai Futures Exchange, the Big La Bamba. This is opening in 22 minutes and 40 seconds. It closed at 72.47. We're currently at 60, pretty much, let's call it 64. So it's 678. Okay, we'll see what if it opened right now. I think we might be getting a slight gap down, but let's see what happens here in the next 23 minutes, 22 and a half minutes, ladies and gentlemen, as silver is really fighting the 64 level. Let's pop this up to 64. It's really fighting to stay above that. Look. So let's see if we can pop it above that right here. We're riding right on that 200 simple moving average as we speak, ladies and gentlemen, on silver. Silver is up 0.56%, so 0.5% on the trading session. Gold is down about 0.25% on the trading session, but it looks like it wants to go higher as well as we are waiting here for the Shanghai Futures Exchange to open. So go nowhere, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Whack-a-cackle says, I need a nap. Ladies and gentlemen, 750 people on. We're only 60 likes away from 400. I know from the bottom of my heart we can make this a 400 like stream. The next 60 people to smash like are going to get good luck for, let's call it 4 years.
It's science.
Yes. Okay. We're going to play a little game here. It's called Who is Your Daddy and What Does He Do? No, I'm kidding. We're going to play a little game here, and I need you to answer immediately. Which one of these coins in my hand is fake? Is it the Kennedy? Is it the Morgan? Is it the Buffalo Round? Is it the Canadian? Which one is fake? Let me know right now. Man, that light. Hold up. Hold up. Which one is fake? Is my hand literally fake? Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of you got it. They were all fake. Fakes are getting so bad. Can you tell me which one of these Morgan silver dollars is fake? Which of these Mercury dimes is real and fake? Is this slabbed American silver eagle real? Look at this 90% Milwaukee Liberty. Ladies and gentlemen, all of those coins except this one, plated in gold, were fake. Either you can spend $3,500 plus on a Sigma Metalytics Verifier Pro, or you can invest in something that one of the Crustacean Nation created. It is the Pocket Pinger by Sound Money. Passed. That was the real one. Failed. That Walking Liberty. filled. Ladies and gentlemen, it's only $38. Link is in the description below. You get the pocket pinger, you get the stick, you get access to the free phone application. It's literal science. $38 can protect you from a fake silver coin, a fake gold coin, even fake silver bars, and 90%. And it helps support the channel too, so thank you so much. Click the link below. I believe it's mandatory for all stackers, and it's only $38. Protect your stack now.
Guys, get it while it's 38 bucks. Now I've heard no news that it's going to get more expensive, but our money's literally inflating away, which means the inputs are going to have to go up in price, which means it's going to go up in price. Get it while it's 38 bucks. Buy some for stocking stuffers or gifts for friends, family members for Christmas. That's not too long away. And I think he's got deals on too. I would do that before the prices go up, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Alan says 101st, the regiment. Littlefoot Silver Stacker says, what does the Hero Bullion multi-tool do? Well, it's a tool with multi-functions. Littlefoot, I'll show it off in the war room today. If you remind me, Littlefoot, remind me to show that off in the war room, I will. Let's go to X, formerly known as Twitter here, see what you guys are saying. A quiet rush of gold is sweeping the globe. Here's why countries are stockpiling it. Thank you. I will read that later. Guys, if you see articles on gold and silver or thefts or whatever, send them to me because a lot of times I actually cover it. So thank you, Ultra Magashawn. I appreciate that. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you, Marshalia. Marshalia. Thank you. Blue Shadow says, people or robots? My guess is they were be a lot sooner than we realized. What is this? Oh, about that. Yeah, robots. Yeah, maybe robots. Yeah. Okay. I did want to thank you guys. We recently broke 10,000 followers on X. And I have an announcement to make, ladies and gentlemen. On Facebook, we are at 9,911 followers on Facebook. So that means we're only 89 away from 10,000 on there as well. That was my goal. My goal, because I had my YouTube forever, and I was a stubborn old codger. I refused to get other social media. I was only focused on YouTube for years and years and years. Then finally I said, I am being a dum-dum. I need to make other social medias before people do it and steal it from me. So I now have an Instagram. I now have a TikTok. I now have a Facebook. I now have an X. We have a website. So go to the website, and it's all here at the top. If you want to follow any of those, they're all verified. That can be. They're all verified. They're all official accounts. So I'm trying to build up a presence on each one of those. And my goal was a 10,000 followers on each. So we're working it. All right, let's take a look here from Gold Silver HQ. Shiny Rocks versus Stocks. Okay, Shiny Rocks, Gold and Silver. This is the annual returns the last 5 years. S&P 500, NASDAQ, ARKK. Shiny Rocks, actual stuff, things are winning. And guys, that's one reason I love silver and gold so much. I know I say this a lot, but it's been around for thousands of years. Look, silver Roman denarius, Japanese Electrum gold bars, silver samurai bars. We got something from the Abazad Caliphate. That's been around. Gold and silver, these shiny rocks have been around for thousands of years. S&P, no. NASDAQ, no. ARKK, no. No. I do like this post. Okay, let me put it out later so I don't bore you guys. I'll just bookmark it. Okay. Top overnight news from Zero Hedge. Let's check it out. So from Zero Hedge, SGT says, I was the same way. The only one I refuse to get on is TikTok. You know, I did TikTok specifically because it's a younger demographic. My goal here is to share about gold and silver so people can learn from my triumphs and mistakes and hopefully protect themselves. Not a financial advisor, just some dude from the internet, on the internet with crabs. But I was like, you know what? I really need to make a TikTok to put the information out there. If we could get some younger kids stacking, they would be in a much better position than all of us probably were in our adult life. I know I'd be in a much better position than I am now had I started stacking when I was young. So that's why I did that. The dang tic-tac. I'm going to have to do some dancing trends on there, though, to get some traction. Okay. So top overnight news from Zero Hedge. And guys, don't go anywhere. Shanghai Futures Exchange is opening in less than 15 minutes. We're going to be watching that together. The president overnight signaled he's prepared to let economic pressure build on Iran rather than military strikes. Okay. Iran ties Hormuz reopening to U.S. concessions. Intel said it's offering $15 billion in common stock, taking advantage of renewed interest in its business prospects. Leaders scrutinize U.S. data center financing. Meta launches new AI model as Zuckerberg champions open weight. China unleashes 28 trillion markets to catch U.S. and AI. Stocks held near record highs. Okay, so yeah, what did we, let's see. 54, let's see, Dow Jones all-time high. It's still on the August 5th, so 54,744 is still from there. Okay, Boeing agreed to take a minority stake in Archer Aviation. Economic growth in the Eurozone is set to quicken after showing surprise resilience during the Iranian war. Poland and Baltic shield infrastructure, fearing a Russian false flag strike. Ukraine unalives 13 drone attacks on a Russian city. Oh, unalives 13 in a drone attack, sorry. Millions of burnt books. Whoa. Show how war of endurance is hurting Ukraine. And guys, imagine this. Like back in the day, a lot of information was in books. Shocker, right? And that, I mean, even when I was a kid, it was all in books, right? But I mean, back in the day, like hundreds and thousands of years ago, you would have libraries burn, and then you would literally have a bunch of stuff that was figured out lost for hundreds of years, sometimes thousands of years. When the Alexandria library burnt, that was a big deal. But then it was discovered that some Arab scholars had copies of the books. So although today we have the internet and those things, back in the day, and I mean hundreds and thousands of years ago, if you had a book burn or destroy, you could literally forget how to do something for hundreds of years. It's crazy. Okay. GameStop's, guys, I remember when you had to have like an Encyclopedia Britannica in your house and a thesaurus and all that to figure things out. Do you guys remember that? Okay, GameStop's Cohen is said to weigh pulling 56 billion eBay. Oh, so GameStop, okay, is trying to buy eBay. I don't know what's going on there. Wall Street's traders and strategists say U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent is sending fresh signals that he's eager to keep bond yields from spiking higher. Okay. Behind Bessent moves, Wall Street's okay. I think we're good there. A lot of it's lost forever, says Blue Shadow. Yeah, guys, I wonder what stuff was figured out back in the day. And guys, I'm not saying like 30 years ago. I'm saying hundreds and thousands of years. More than how much stuff was figured out back then that got destroyed like in a fire and was never discovered again? That's the question. Okay, here's correlation economics. When looking at rising gold open interest, a move to the upper ceiling could lead to a 50% move in gold to 6,000 by January. So look at this. This is open interest, like all the scatter plot. It's all over here. Interesting. I think we lost a lot of knowledge on how to treat others, says Dominic Trevant. Yeah, definitely. We did, Dom. We definitely did, Dom. But guess what? People knew how to treat you because they got you soup. So not here at the Crustacean Nation, but in the public, a lot of people have forgotten. That's why we keep political statements out of chat. Thank you so much, guys. We focus here on what unites us, not what divides us. What unites us? The shiny stuff. Crabs like shiny things. Physical gold and physical silver. Okay, look at this. This is some drone. A drone ship here. Okay, the Fed is failing its mandate, but it could change soon. So this is Zero Hedge article. I'll read that later and do a post on it if I think it's good for you guys. Guys, do you know how many articles I read? I'm basically a professional reader, okay? I read like a trillion articles, and I probably publish stories on like 10% of them. So if you guys ever find articles or things that or videos, you can email them to me. You can tag me on X, and I will look at them. And if it's something that I think is important, I'll amplify it out. The age of mining is about to begin. Let's see what he's saying here.
The leadership of someone who needs to be recognized.
Can you guys hear that? Is it loud enough?
Jacob Hellberg. I don't know if Jacob is here, but Jacob's been phenomenal. He came up with something called Pax Silica, and it's an initiative that leads our efforts to partner with the private sector and invest in mining and refining and in processing, as well as the end-use applications of that. There's still a lot of work left to do.
So anyways, this is from the roundtable with the president, a bunch of mining executives, and a gentleman over here had a gold nodule. Let's see. Deep sea gold nodule? Okay, mineral collections formed at the bottom of the sea. There was one in gold, though. Can it be in gold? Okay. They have copper, nickel, manganese. I don't know. All I know is I want a nodule. I want a gold nodule. If you guys want a gold nodule, let me know. And BG, your comment got deleted because it was overtly political. Good job, channel member. Guys, we don't do politics in chat. We focus on what unites us, gold and silver. Thank you so much, Jeff Stout, for gifting a membership. 5 of them, to be a fact. That went to Labir, that went to Hermit Camper, it went to Alpha, it went to the 45th of Oot, it went to James. At the end of this live stream, and Sean, at the end of this live stream, we're going to be having the channel member only live stream here in the War Room. What happens in the War Room stays in the War Room. Clothing is not optional. Guys, today's War Room is going to be crazy. So make sure you're there. And I hate to say it.
Sir, I want some more.
No soup for John.
Here's the soup.
We try. No soup for John.
Good soup.
No soup for John.
No soup for you.
No soup for John. It's all
Aha.
Poor Kaltenberg. And Wacka Cackle says, do you remember arcades? What replaced those? I know. Guys, in arcades, I used to get on my knees and like lay down and look under the machines and I'd find a bunch of quarters. I would check all the slots of all the games and sometimes I'd find a quarter. I remember doing that. Like we'd go to a campground every year in the mountains and they did have like what they called a teen center. There was an arcade in there. Oh man, those were the days. Honestly, I feel like it's social media. I feel like all the internet connectivity really killed like community and culture. Really like accelerated the degrading of our society. I mean, there's a lot of good that came with it, don't get me wrong, but things were so much simpler when you're like, hey, what time are you gonna be home so I can call you? You remember those days? I remember like I was a kid when that was happening, right? No cell phones and stuff, but I remember being like, I remember calling a home phone and being like, when is Ronnie there? Can I talk to him? No, he'll be back at 5. You guys remember those days? Or what about when you, like our phone was in the kitchen and we had one of those cords on it that was like ultra long so you could like walk around parts of the house. Do you guys remember that? Those really, really long cords that were like curly Q fries. Do you guys remember that? Man, the good old days. Drop the Mic says quarters. Aladdin's Castle tokens. There you go. For the win. Victor here says in 2016, MySpace had a faulty server migration that permanently deleted 14 years of user history. Records of my entire college social life are gone forever. It still happens. Well, you know what, Victor? That might not be a bad thing if record of your college life was destroyed, so it can't be used against you later in the world we live in now. And thank you so much, Wrench Repairs, for being a crustacean commander for over 1 month saying howdy. You, sir, get my salute. I know there's parts of my college, my time in college, I'm glad it's not on the internet anymore. SGT says, gotta scoot down to the dentist. Apparently, we are supposed to get our teeth cleaned more than once every 10 years. SGT, when you're there, ask them if you're going to need any crowns. I need you to report back at how many they say, if you will. And I need you to ask them about getting those crowns in gold. I've got 2 crowns in my mouth. They are both in gold. And Rat Stacker knows upon my death, at the funeral, she used to pull them out of my mouth. Key Peavy House here saying, don't forget about checking the coin slots in the pay. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, guys. Oh, my goodness. Payphones. Me and my friends used to, like, call naughty numbers on payphones just to, like, hear the recording. Do you guys remember that? Oh, my goodness. Don't tell my mom, guys. We'd sit there like on the payphone just like calling random numbers and like hearing recorded messages, but you could never proceed further because you had to like put money in. Oh my goodness. I must have been like 13 or something. Okay, I'm looking for breaking gold and silver news. Stand by. Okay, let's go back to the charts. Guys, we are just 5 minutes away from Shanghai Futures Exchange opening here. Real Bill says, I canceled all my social media accounts. My identity was compromised, and I said, to hell with it. I only use YouTube.
What the hell?
There you go. There's the no Soup John WTH for you.
AG Astronaut says we had an answering machine that used cassette tape. It would speed back to the beginning and play our messages, then speed back to record the person's name. That is funny, AG Astronaut. Do you guys remember recording messages on the message machine? That was like a rite of passage. We had family ones. We'd be like singing songs and stuff. But now on people's phones, people don't have answering machines anymore. You just call and it's like, hey, this person's unreachable, or leave a, you know, no one actually does answering machines anymore. Bullion Brent says, I had my first tooth pulled last week. I've been a big baby since. A piece of me is gone forever. It's okay, Bullion Brent. Do not use straws. You do not want a dry socket. Victor here says, I still remember collect calls. 10-10-321. Do you guys remember calling UL31212 to get the time? Remember that? There was phone numbers where it'd say, the time is 9:18 and 42 seconds. Beep. The time is, for me, it was UL31212 to get the actual time. Caleb says, your Glame thing is making me feel like a dinosaur trying to open all my extinct random accounts. There you go, Caleb. That's funny. John here, Soup John says, I'm still old. I'm so old, I still rewind my CDs. Man, guys, I haven't used a CD in forever. CDs are kind of a thing of the past now, right? Whack-a-Cackle says, we used to memorize everyone. Yeah. Guys, I used to have so many numbers memorized. Now, if I like lost my phone, it would be devastating. Drop in the mic says, movie phone. Real Bill says, I still have a carrier pigeon. He is accurate and off the grid. And guys, wow, we've got 730 people watching. We are just 2 minutes and 45 seconds away from Shanghai opening. Don't go anywhere. And we're literally only 43 likes away from 450. I know we could do that. The next 43 people to smash like are going to get good luck for 6 months.
It's science.
Jonathan says, remember when they used to ask you where your children were at 10 p.m. on TV? No, I don't, because I was a kid. I don't remember that, John, because I was one of those children running around the neighborhood. Brian, but that's funny they used to ask that. Brian here says, how about beepers? Had codes for yeah, beepers, guys. Oh, pagers, yeah. Regata here says, I'm still friends with Tama from MySpace. That's funny. That is funny. Okay, guys, we are just 2 minutes here. Let's read the tea leaves. 72.47. Let's call it 64 because we're right there. 64. So that gives us $6 to 70. 6, 7, 8. We're like an $8.47 gap here. Now, if history says anything, we should be gapping down. Okay. But it changes. 2025 it was like a $15 premium difference. Then the beginning of this year, it was a $10 premium. Then recently it dropped down to a $7 premium, okay? So if we're staying with the $7 premium, I would expect to see a little bit of a gap down here. But the question is that what we're in? We have some negative momentum since we opened, you know, kind of a negative down. But we do have positive up here. We have news. We have everything going on in Shanghai. So are we still running a $7 premium? If we're still running a $7 premium, I'd expect to see a little bit of a gap down. But are we breaking loose again? Is that premium going to widen? It very well could, especially if we're getting into a silver squeeze scenario. What do you guys think right now? Are you team green? Or are you team red? Are we gapping up or down? If we're sticking with the $7 premium, I do think we're going to be gapping down a little bit. If I'm wrong, boy, will my face be red, but I'd rather it be red going to the upside than to the downside. We'll see what happens here as this candle's trying to fight back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm officially going to enter a danger zone alert. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, 15 seconds. I'm going to be counting down from 5. Let me know in chat right now. What do you think? Which team are you on? 10 seconds. I'm going to be counting it down from 5. Smash that like button. 15 from 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, the Shanghai market is open. It was a gap down, a little bit more than I expected, but it is a gap down, but immediately to a green candle. So anyone who guessed Team Red, congratulations. You just won. Good luck for 17 minutes.
It's science.
Wow. So we're at 71.95, but here's the key here. We have been holding above 70 in Shanghai since when did we break that? Thursday. So the rest of Thursday we held it. Friday we held it. And then Sunday night we held it. Now today, Monday morning, are we going to continue to hold above 70? I think we can, but we're going to see. Now remember, on the weekly watch out situations, the stuff that could dramatically move gold and silver, we've really got nothing until tomorrow. And tomorrow, normally existing house sales, let me break this down for you. News blog. You guys, check out internationalstacker.com. There's so much resources on it. You're really missing out if you're not checking this out. So let's go down to Monday. So Monday, there's nothing. Tuesday. Okay. So existing home sales drops tomorrow at 10 a.m. We're going to be watching this. Tuesday brings another look at one of the most interest rate sensitive areas of the U.S. economy, housing. Existing home sales measures how many previously owned homes were sold during the month. Because home sales are highly sensitive to mortgage rates, and the report can give us clues about consumer strength, affordability, and how higher interest rates are affecting the broader economy. Existing home sales are not normally a gold or silver catalyst, but the report becomes more interesting following the week's jobs report. Now, guys, I have a question here. Do you or any of your friends, people you know, have golden handcuffs where you would like to sell your home, but you won't because of the ultra low mortgage rate you have now? How many of you guys are wearing golden handcuffs? Let me know. So that's tomorrow. And also the 3-year Treasury auctions tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. Tuesday begins an important 3-day test of the demand of U.S. government debt. This could be a big one, guys. The U.S. Treasury is selling 3-year notes to investors, and the strength or weakness of the demand of this auction will give us another clear signal on the appetite for U.S. government debt. Now remember, over here, down here, well, we're getting slammed. Over here, the 10-year, the 20-year, these are bonds. When the yields, and more especially the real yields, go up, that's bearish, negative red pressure on gold and silver. When they go down, that's bullish green pressure on gold and silver. Also, the DXY a lot of the time moves inversely. Not all the time, but a lot of time when DXY goes up, silver gold go down, and vice versa. That's just the current context. There's times in history where that's been completely different, but I'm talking about our current context here with silver and gold. Okay, now the next shoe to drop here, ladies and gentlemen, is just 27 minutes away. 27 minutes away is the U.S. stock market open. Do you guys want me to keep going publicly for 27 more minutes and cover the stock market open? It looks like it's gonna open down today. So today might be a bit of a down day, but like Chumbawamba, we'll get back up again. Or channel members, would you just like to go to the war room? Let me know right now in chat. Okay. I'm looking. Okay. If It's Magic says, remember when Gap was a clothing store? There you go. John says, okay, last one. I remember when I thought carbon paper was magic. Oh, carbon paper. That's funny. Regata says, never sell your home. Once you have an interest rate below 4%, rent your home and let someone else pay it off, your home, and build equity. I mean, that can be good, Regata, but be careful. You could get a debt beat person in there. So only do that if you have the capital that could, like if someone decides not to pay you rent for 6 months, and then you have to evict them, and then you have to fix your house to rent it out again. You need to have dry powder to do that. Just renting it without resources can be a very dangerous thing and expose you. So keep that in mind. If you're going to rent your house out, you need to have a pile of cash in an account that you could cover the rent if that person stops paying it, and or you can fix things once they move out, or worse, if you evict them and they just destroy the place. Alan J. Pratt here. But yeah, Regata, I do agree with you as long as you have the resources. Alan J. Pratt here saying, robberies were robberies. There were a couple big robberies in the UK in Brinks Heist from Heathrow. Job from Safety Depository. Wow. Well, thank you for that, Alan. I'll have to look into those. Then we bury them in the backyard, says Regata. That's funny. Yeah, no evictions. We bury them. Guys, there's some new show. It's this guy that like is hostile with squatters. I love it. You guys, nothing irritates me more than squatters. I've watched a lot of badge cams and stuff, and these people are just so entitled. They're such jerks. So this guy goes in with the whole crew. They move into the house. They've got cameras, and they just terrorize these squatters until they leave. It's really funny. Drop the Mic says 12 times rent and cash repairs per unit. Just my 2 cents. Yeah, that's not. Yeah, Drop the Mic. You got to have a lot of cash on hand if you're renting a place to really protect yourself. Now, you could get lucky.
You could have a great renter in there that pays on time, and you know you could skate by and get out. But as soon as you get that one bad experience, it's devastating. Keith Peavy House here says, "I'm ready for the war room. I'm naked under my clothes."
How dare you?
Real Bill says, "I paid off my mortgage in 2014. I used that payment to stack." Congratulations, Real Bill. Congratulations. Isn't it disgusting, guys? If you think about it, we never really own our houses. Why is that? Don't pay the what's it called? Man, I'm blanking. What's it called? Property tax. Don't pay your property tax. Watch how quickly they take that house from you, right? So essentially, because of property taxes, we're kind of just renting our houses from the government. If you think about that, once we pay the bank off, we're just and I used to like make fun of places like Mexico and China, where if you're a foreigner, you come in and they'll only let you buy the house, but you only own it for 99 years. I'm like, what a ripoff. That's crazy. But if you think about it, if you look at the tax you're paying on your property tax for your property, times that by 99 years, you're almost buying the house again. Now, there are states like Florida that are trying to, state like Florida that are trying to abolish the property tax. So we'll see what happens there. But isn't that disgusting? Isn't that disgusting? Even if you, air quote, own your house, you're basically renting it from the government. Those slippery little salamanders. Okay, let's go here. I really hope my Texas property lawsuit thing makes it to the Supreme Court. Stop the madness, says Dom. I hope so too, Dom. I hope so too. And if it does, and if you're testifying in front of the Supreme Court, we don't know what you really look like, but what we need you to do is up there when you're testifying on the big screen, we need you to do the crab claw, and we will know secretly that is Dominatrix Vaughn dominating the Supreme Court. Alan J. Pratt says, does having a mortgage work like the national debt? It can be paid off by deflating the debt. I'm not quite sure your question, Alan J. Pratt, but if a currency's, so here's the one good thing about inflation. Your debt is your debt. So if you inflate the money away, it becomes much cheaper to pay that debt off. That is a strategy. Drop the mic here says, I feel bad for fixed income retirees with property tax and utility hikes. I know. Guys, a lot of retirees are getting forced out of their homes in places like Florida and other places because of property taxes, utilities. Insurance is crazy, guys. Insurance in Florida has gone insane. Some places people are paying $50,000 a year for insurance. It's crazy. Cavalier says you can sell, take away the equity, rent, put that equity in silver, wait 2 years for silver to go up, and then housing to go down, and then buy it with cash. You could, as long as it works that way. But it doesn't always work that way, right? So we got to be careful there. But I mean, that could be a strategy. I was examining. Okay, I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna read that. Okay. I'm gonna do something wild here. Let's see. What is it? No. I'm gonna set a timer for the war room. I feel like we need to get to the war room. Member only live stream. 1 second. 1 second here. Now, don't forget, what is today? Monday. I am going to be live tonight. What do you guys prefer for tonight's live stream? 5:30 p.m. for COMEX Market Open after the close, or 8:30? What do you guys prefer? I think I might do 5:30. I think I might do 5:30 tonight, because I only have a few nights left before Rat Stacker starts school. So if I do 5:30, that means I can watch a family movie tonight. Because she starts school here in end of the week, right? Devastating for her. So anyways, I think for the next few days, I will do my evening live streams at 5:30 p.m. So I can watch family movies. And maybe after that, I'll do a bunch of 8:30ers for the Shanghai Open. How does that sound? Do you guys agree with that? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to the war room in just 9 minutes and 30 seconds. Channel members, if you're excited, drop that war emoji in chat right now. Alan J. Pratt says, I meant just service the interest for 40 years, then let the amount owed devalue. Oh, yeah. I mean, that is a strategy. Yeah, that is a strategy if you don't mind being in debt. Yeah, that is a strategy. But the question is,
are you going to end up paying more anyway because of servicing that that interest to that loan for 40 years? You'd have to really do some looking hard there, because you might spend just as much and still have that liability. AG Astronaut says, I have to say, Mrs. Astronaut and I built our house about 10 years ago. I don't know that we could build the same house today with inflation costs. No, it's crazy. The cost of stuff has like gone crazy. Now, guys, is it just me or new homes construction's horrible? Like, I've seen videos of walls that are like made out of foam and like crazy stuff. Is that just hype on the internet? Do I have any builders in chat? I feel like old homes were built so much better. Also, too, I know fast growth lumber is a problem. It's not as dense and hard. So if there's any builders in chat, can you confirm that all these brand new home builds are like substandard compared to the durability of previous older homes? Let me know. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we're 47 likes from 500 likes. Is this going to be a 500 like stream? I think we can do it. The next 46 people to smash like are going to get good luck for 6 months.
It's science.
Channel members, we are going to the war room in 7 minutes and 50 seconds here. Drop of the mic says school starts after Labor Day here, ends early June. What does when does your school year end? I don't know, man. I'm the worst at that. I don't know. I'm just along for the ride. I just know when school ends, I plan the Disney trip. That's what I know. Alan J. Pratt here says, max out my credit cards and buy silver and just pay the minimum payments till silver reaches $1,000. That is a horrible strategy, Alan. That is a horrible strategy. Victor here says, those styrofoam walls are filled with concrete, though. Okay, thank you for that, Victor. Peter here says, I'll be moving to Switzerland. No more BS taxes like I have in Germany right now. Wow, well, I'm happy for you going to Switzerland. Real Bill, thank you for the jewels. Oxby in chat says, new homes are being built with substandard fast products that are not as durable. Thank you for that. Cavalier says, is the big builder making flimsy like Lennar? Small local guys build good in my opinion. Ah, there you go. So basically, I guess Lennar is like the McDonald's of the home builders, isn't it? Mongo Like Candy says, in Tennessee, the state pays 75% of 100% disabled veterans' property taxes up to $450,000. That's amazing. That's awesome, taking care of the vets. I do like that. Channel members are going to the war room in 6 minutes and 25 seconds. Guys, if you're just joining, I'm giving away over 100 ounces of silver, 169 ounces of copper, and some gold in my upcoming mega giveaway. So make sure you enter that. A moderator will put the link to this in chat. Once you do that, you need to go to this live stream here. You need to click notify me. You need to like it. Every Megaga, I have people tell me I slept through it. I forgot about it. Oh my goodness. So here it is. Like it and click notify me. So that's not you. You don't want to be the person that misses it. Let's see where we're at now. 8,180 entries in the Megaga. Get your entries in now, ladies and gentlemen. And don't forget, not only that Gleam is for the top 3 grand prizes, but I'm going to be giving away a ton of stuff in the live stream. All you got to do is be there live and be subscribed to join the party. That's going to be fun. And guys, we are, let's see, 37 likes away from 500. Can we do that in the next 5 minutes and 28 seconds? I think we can. AG Astronaut here says, 100% true. It took a while to find a builder to stick with build houses from the ground up. No prefabbed, glued together wood products. Yeah, that's good, AG Astronaut. I love that. Yeah, that's the thing. You don't want the quick stuff. Yeah, that makes sense. Mr. Fowler says the Amigo crews have butchered all the houses around here. They could care less about the quality. Yeah. Oh, I think you're talking about people using unlicensed builders and subcontractors. Yeah, that is a problem. Stan L says, I put in my calendar too. Yeah, put it in your calendar. Real Bill says, I pay $0 on property taxes in Virginia. Disabled vets are exempt. That's amazing, Real Bill. Thank you for your service to the nation. We do appreciate that and your sacrifice. So I'm glad you're in a state that honors that. That's amazing. Silver's starting to push higher here on COMEX, back up to, we're at 63.95. Looks like we're imminently going to be back over 64 again. Gold is 4,337.10. So we're a little choppy this morning. We'll see if we could get something to happen today to kind of get another rally going with gold and silver. We'll know a lot more when the stock market opens. We'll see what the DXY does. We'll see what these treasury bond yields do. We'll see if there's any big breaking news today to move that stuff. But channel members, we're going to the war room here in 4 minutes. We are 25 likes away from a 500 like stream. I know we could do it. The next 25 people to smash a like are going to get good luck for, let's go crazy, 7,000 years.
It's science.
Unfortunately, it's non-transferable, though. So you got to live for all seven. And Keith Peavy House says he wants more people to get access to the war room. Congratulations to GRE, Alex, Crank, Sir Coles, and there should be one more there somewhere. Congratulations. You're all going to the war room. Check out your new custom channel member emojis. What happens in the war room stays in the war room. Clothing is not optional. That's the channel member only live stream. We're going there in 3 minutes and 24 seconds for all channel members. And I hate to say it.
Sir, I want some more.
No soup for John.
Here's the soup.
We tried. No soup for John.
Good soup.
And no soup for John.
No soup for you.
No soup for John. It's all
Aha.
Now, if Toilet Brush, Jimmy Reefer, Ann Daly, Denmo, Hey Bill Stacker, Victor, and Osada, if you're in chat, and I know some of you are, email me at internationalstacker@gmail.com. You've been identified as possible soup pedestal crustaceans in the future. So if I just read your name off, email me internationalstacker@gmail.com. I need some information from you if we're going to put you on the soup pedestal. Are you ready for $1,000 silver, says Savin? Oh, yo. Oh, I'm ready for it. I don't think it's coming anytime soon, to be honest with you. That's one I'll be happy to be wrong about, and I will dance with you in the street. But I do not think $1,000 silver is coming anytime soon. My next target is 152 by the end of the year. We'll see if we hit it, or if my face will be red. Hey, Feature Motive, thank you for gifting a membership. That went to the Jan. The Jan, you're coming to the war room. Ladies and gentlemen, you have 2 minutes and 10 seconds left to join up as a member to join us in the war room, where we will be discussing the secret of life. Let's start the countdown here. We're starting the countdown here. Jonathan says, my apocalypse home is all 2x6 construction and steel beams. I have friends in all the trades. That's awesome, John. Okay, Silver's looking strong here. We're breaking over 64. And channel members, I need you to prepare for the war room. We're going to be going to the war room in 1 minute and 39 seconds here. Everyone not coming to the war room, I will be live again this evening at 5:30 p.m. Eastern. Be there. And we're 6 likes away from 100. We need 6 more, or 500. We need 6 more likes. Let's get there. Channel members, I need you to put on your armor and prepare for the war room. And SGT says, I'm back real quick. I have something that requires a vote from the channel members. Okay, SGT, we'll patch you in live. Channel members, I need you to get ready for the war room. We're going there in 1 minute and 9 seconds. Whoa. Would you sell your silver at $100,000 an ounce? Savinio, I'd only sell it if I had something to put it into. I'm definitely not going to sell it at 1,000 and have a bunch of paper fiat currency that's inflating away. So if I had a plan, I might sell some. But my stack majority is to build generational wealth. So whatever I would do would have to further that narrative. Otherwise, I'm going to sit on it, hopefully croak and hand it down to the next generation. Channel members are going to the war room here in 43 seconds. I need you to put on your armor. Now, channel members, it should take you automatically. It should be taking you automatically to the war room. If it doesn't, just go to the channel and click membership area and you should see it. You can watch every other war room that's ever happened in there. So channel members, prepare yourselves for the war room. Thank you, everybody. To everyone else not coming to the war room, I'll say CYO, T&O. Catch you on the next one. Channel members, I'm going to need you to hold your breath in 10 seconds. It's painless. It's going to teleport you. Here we go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go.